What are you thinking?
You up for going for a swim?
I wore my boots.
Perfect. Those might come in handy. I don't know, I think maybe we'll just get off on shore and then
Oops. Last time we saw you aboard Freedom, we were anxiously awaiting generator parts to repair the water pump. Well, the parts finally arrived, so today's the day to get this ship in shape so we can get back on the water for the upcoming winter cruising season.
Alright, so before we get on with our upcoming holiday travels, it's time to fix the generator, so we have a generator available to us at Anchor. Our problem with our generator currently is the water circulating pump that pumps antifreeze through the engine is there's a seal that's compromised on it, and there's coolant leaking out of the weep hole on the existing water pump. So I'm going to drain all the coolant, I'm going to pull the belt off, pull the old water pump off, and then I'm going to put the pulley on the new water pump, install the new water pump with a gasket, refill the coolant, and we should be good to rock. Probably the number one thing we need in order to enjoy a comfortable day or night at Anchor, especially here in the Pacific Northwest, is a generator in full working order. And a good anchor, of course. Without our generator, our batteries would eventually be toast, meaning we'd have no electrical power, no heat, and we'd likely be sleeping in sleeping bags wrapped in multiple layers. For some folks that might be fun, but we prefer to enjoy all the comforts of home while our home moves with us.
Okay, so it looks like we've got all of our gifts here. I've put them all in boxes, and this one's for Sean. It will be nice to get all the stuff out of the guest cabin. Everything's been sitting here for the last few weeks. And my original intent was to put all of Sully's just in a gift bag and call it a day, and I thought that's not really fun. So we're gonna wrap everything individually.
Let's go outside.
Since it's easy to get consumed by all of the technical work involved in living on a boat, and since we're not visiting family this Christmas, before we leave, I want to make sure we don't forget about other essential activities to get us into the holiday spirit.
We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling.
Sully, are you ready to go, buddy? Are you happy to get off the dock? I know. We gots to go. Are you ready?
I am. The boat's not. Gotta fill the water, take off the stack cover, check all the fluids, take a shower, take the trash out.
Check, check, check.
Undo the shore power, and then we'll be ready.
All right.
So water first. Agua. Más agua.
Hablas español?
Hablas español?
Hablo.
Hablo?
Oh God, never mind.
This isn't the right day to start speaking Spanish. I don't think.
No. Just stick to water.
I can barely speak English.
It's not that bad.
I could use some improvement.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, it's light wind. Not raining right now.
I know. That's all we want.
Go downstairs and keep an eye on the tank level. All right, I think this lady's ready to rock. Coolant's good, engine oil's good, and the generator and the main. Stabilizer, hydraulic reservoir is good. Our fuel selection valves are where we want them. I think we're ready to rock. One last thing I have to do is take down my homemade exhaust cover. I recently started covering the exhaust pipe so rain doesn't get in and rot out our new muffler. This also helps reduce the soot emission after starting the engine. And believe me, scrubbing soot off the boat deck is not an easy job, so this has been a major time saver.
So we are underway. We have all of our chores done that we needed to get done. We got a ton of work done. We've been at the marina for 2 weeks, so right now it feels awesome to be underway. Sean, I feel like 2 weeks has been the longest in a long time.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna be gone for at least 2 weeks. Headed north. We are headed to the Hood Canal, but with a quick stop to Port Gamble for a few days. So it's a quick 26-mile ride today. It should be really nice. And the weather for here right now is awesome. It's not raining, it's calm winds and overcast skies, and that's all we really want this time of year. And yeah, it feels good. We got our generator fixed, or I should say we, meaning Sean, got the generator water pump fixed, so we are able to go to anchor. What else do we do? Ready for the pooper scooper? For the enema? Wrapped all of our Christmas gifts, did all of our grocery shopping. We are fully loaded and stocked up for a long time on this boat. A lot more than the 2 weeks that we'll be gone. For the next at least week, we are getting the best stretch of weather. The last week here at our marina has been crazy high winds. The last few days, the forecasted wind was about 40 knots. It didn't get that high. It was probably 20 to 25 knots. Still pretty gusty. But when we checked SailFlow, which is our go-to app for wind, the next week at least is like blues and purples, meaning less than 5 knots of wind. So we couldn't be getting any luckier, especially since we're going to be spending the next few days at anchor. And then we'll be heading down the canal to one of our favorite spots. Smooth sailing. We have anywhere from 10 to 15 knots of wind, which is surprising. It doesn't feel like that much, but it's nice.
around in the corner. Almost there. Can see it.
Nice trip.
Port Gamble is a big bay, so choosing a protected location to anchor can be tricky if you don't pay close attention to the wind forecast. We've got some northerlies coming over the next few days, so we're actually going to tuck in towards the north end of the bay, closest to town, and let Rocky work his magic.
Well, now that we are anchored and we're holding really good, Sean put our tracks up so we know where we are and if we know if we're dragging, but we haven't dragged or drug. Is it dragged?
Dragged, I think.
Drugged? Dragged?
I think it's dragged.
Dragged?
Drugged would be like when you have an overdose, right?
That's not good. So we haven't been dragging with our anchor ever since we got the Rockna. So we don't worry about that too much, but he set our tracks. We're all set to go. Last thing is the pee patch. So Mr. Sully can go potty. We're not going to drop the dinghy until tomorrow. It's already, it's late afternoon and we're just going to relax here. And then tomorrow head into town. We'll see how long it takes him to take to it. Lately, he takes it a good day or two before he gets back into the swing of things. So, poor little guy.
So stressful.
It is.
Going to the bathroom on a boat, for sure.
Well, if you were asked to all of a sudden just start peeing on a turf,
I'd be like, yes, I don't have to walk a mile to go to the bathroom.
yeah. If he has too much of a problem, though, at least Sean's here to do a demo for him.
What?
Yeah. So, remember when I said we were getting lucky with a good weather window? Well, not so much. While the mountains were getting hammered with snow the next day, we got hammered with freezing rain and wind, so we opted to stay inside and enjoy the local entertainment. These brave fishermen dove all day for gooey duck, despite the horrible weather. And if you don't know what a gooey duck is, it's the largest burrowing clam native to these waters. They're quite an interesting looking creature that we'll definitely have to try one of these days. What a difference a day makes. Today, the weather is absolutely beautiful. And yesterday was a complete washout, a complete doozy of a day. It was by far the worst day we've ever experienced at anchor. We had 25 knot gust winds sustained for like 4 hours. It was pretty much sustained between 20 and 25 and gusting anywhere from like 28 to 30. I mean, it was crazy. We couldn't get anything done. We tried to install our new barnacle monitoring system, which we're super excited about, but we had to abort that mission because as we were walking around and trying to like figure out placement and just deal with all the parts, like stuff was falling over, falling on the ground. We were about to fall on the ground, so we just aborted mission, and we might get to that today. But it's so nice. We are going to get the dinghy down. Sean's dropping the dinghy right now, so we're gonna get into town, do our Christmas shopping, and then get back to the boat and maybe reattempt the barnacle. So it's freezing outside. I think it's maybe 40. It's probably in the high 30s still right now. But after yesterday, I don't even care how cold it is, as long as it's not like blustery, freezing rain/hail, I'm good. Is he on board?
Yeah.
There he is, buddy. You ready to go? Come here, bud.
You ever see the movie The Coneheads?
Yeah.
that hat was white.
Let me
Or,
guess. I'd look like a conehead. Wow! No, I do look like a conehead. And somebody in our last video, or a few videos ago, commented that I look like a conehead, and I was like, that is so right on. I look like a conehead.
Let's get going.
All right. Ready, buddy? Before heading into town, we decided to take a quick joyride to admire the Olympic mountain range, which was peeking out above the fog.
Save the day, say yea or nay. Now will you pull my sleigh?
You might be wondering why we're going out of our way to Christmas shop at the Port Gamble General Store. Well, Sean and I started a tradition a couple of years ago in Victoria, British Columbia, where instead of the usual Christmas shopping on Amazon or at a mall, we make a game of it in the area we happen to be cruising in. We set a time limit and a dollar amount, and then set out to find each other a little something special. So I don't know what to think. We threw the anchor out hoping that we gave ourselves like another 50 feet. So as the tide keeps going out, because it's on its way out, we won't be completely beached. I'm a little nervous, but I guess we'll just make it quick. Make it fast in town, get our gifts, and skedaddle.
Rudolph, my dear, you know.
Since we fell in love with the general store and its fun assortment of goodies during our last visit a couple of months ago, we decided to make this our spot before cruising down the Hood Canal. We each have 30 minutes and we can't go a penny over $50. Wish us luck.
Come on and lead, oh, Santa sleigh.
How'd you do?
Good.
Did you go over 50?
55.
Oh, I won. I knew you'd go over.
I knew you'd go under.
Well, we balanced each other out.
Yeah.
We can't all be big spenders. So what'd you get me?
I don't know.
Let me guess, a bottle of wine?
Well, I don't know.
Rosé all day?
I don't know. You guessing these things, but yeah.
Hold on, I got one more. Rudolph, pretty please, don't be such a tease. Let's have some fun and go make this a Merry Christmas for everyone. Merry Christmas for...
Well, there you have it. That's how we do our Christmas shopping. In and out, 30 minutes each. I think I won on both time and budget. Not surprising. But yeah, now we are officially set to head down the Hood Canal for Christmas.
That just shows that I'm easy to shop for.
Easy to shop for.
Yeah, if you want on time, budget, means I'm cheap and easy.
Oh, that way. No, just means I'm a good shopper. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the rest of our adventures down the Hood Canal before heading north to a new island paradise. We'll see you next time.
Hey guys, it's the first Q&A of 2021, so let's go ahead and get started. Our first question this week comes from James MacArthur. Can a liveaboard cruising lifestyle work for an extrovert? Great question. Yeah, boating can be extremely social if you want it to be. It doesn't need to be boating out to private anchorages by yourself. You can obviously belong to yacht clubs. You can buddy boat with other boaters. The community on the dock is much like, I guess, any other apartment community would be like. You know, people can be as social as they want, or they can be as much of an introvert as they want. So yes, absolutely, boating can be for extroverts. Question 2 this week is from Michael Jones. With all the anchoring out you do, have you considered adding solar for charging? Yeah, quite honestly, but it's quite low on our list. First, we want to do some electrical upgrades to upgrade our charging capacity so that we can recharge our batteries more quickly. And then honestly, I think the next step that we would take is go to lithium batteries. Lithium batteries can take a much higher charge rate all the way until they're topped off. So for us, that's our priority. There's a limited amount of space that we could put solar panels on this boat. And if we have a very high charge capacity, it's likely that with 30 to 60 minutes of generator runtime, we could match what the output would be for the solar array that would fit on this boat. So we just don't get a lot of, bang for the buck out of solar, and we're going to invest in higher charge rates and different battery technology. Our third question this week comes from John, and John lives in Port Renfrew, BC, which is right on Vancouver Island, real close to us. When you're allowed to visit Canadian ports again, which port will be your first stop? Unanimous decision from both Elizabeth and I is that Victoria, British Columbia, and Vancouver Island will be our first stop. Not only is it a convenient port of entry and close to us here in Seattle, but it's one of our favorite places just over the border. We can't wait to get back and have their fish and chips and go to Il Terrazzo, one of our favorite Italian restaurants, and Elizabeth excited to get back to the bulk barn. So we're looking forward to visiting Victoria soon. Our fourth question this week comes from my brother Ryan, who lives in Janesville, Wisconsin. Ryan asked a question about when we're cruising Puget Sound, do we see any U.S. Navy vessels? And what are the rules when operating around U.S. Navy vessels? So good question. There's a lot of Navy bases in Puget Sound, so we do see occasionally Navy vessels transiting the area. And the law is that you're not supposed to get any closer than 100 yards to a military vessel. And anytime you're inside of 500 yards, you're supposed to be operating at the slowest speed possible that your boat can operate at. Generally, when Navy vessels are transiting in high traffic areas such as Puget Sound, there's many escort vessels that follow them, and they'll definitely be there to notify you of where you can be and where you can't be. And then also keep your VHF radio on if you have one. Typically on channel 16, they'll be broadcasting any regulations or restrictions with the vessels transiting through and where you need to be in respect to them. Thanks for all the really great questions. If you want one of your questions answered on an upcoming video, follow us on Instagram at MVFreedomSeattle and drop us a direct message with your name, your location, and your question. We'll get it added to the list and we'll try our best to get it answered in an upcoming video. Hope everybody has a really great week, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers, guys.